Hello my friends and welcome to episode 6 of our Football Manager 2020 sort of beta Let's Play. Today we're taking on a double header. It's a big double header. We're taking on Hibs, who beat us in the last episode in extra time if you remember correctly, at home. Now they were playing them away this time, so it'll be even harder. And we play the Old Firm derby at home against Celtic, so two big games that could make up our season. Since the last episode things haven't gone great initially, and at this point when we lost 2-0 to Motherwell, Liam Grimshot and Liam Polworth with the goals. Now I've put a screenshot of this up in the FM Rangers group at half time. Now the final stats don't look quite as bad, but in the first half we absolutely crushed them. As you see, Carson getting himself man of the match, 8.6, which is nice to see a goalkeeper, but I think getting man of the match and a proper rating. But at the same time I think we had something like 8-9 one-on-ones, and he saved every single one of them, and 8.6 still felt reasonably low for a goalkeeper in that kind of form. On top of that, it was just one of those games that was frustrating, but at that point I didn't decide to change anything. I changed my tactics between these two games, and I've decided to just, we'll go with them. So again, we went in, we played Kilmarnock, Greg Stewart came in, and he seemed to make a difference. We won 2-0 with a missed penalty. And then that led into an international break where, as you can see, I just threw in a friendly league against 3 local non-league teams, just build up some morale, because I felt that was very important. As you see, the results get a bit stronger towards the back end of that. We then beat Hamilton 4-0. 2 goals from Alfredo Morelos, 1 from Ryan Kent, by the way, and 1 from Greg Stewart. And yet again, another missed penalty from Captain Tav, who has 18 penalty taken, and he's missed 2 in 2 games. You know, not the most ideal stats. We're going to get straight into this game now. Alan Hutton is out with an injury, as is Glenn Kamara. Alan Hutton out for a very long time, 2 to 3 months with a fractured lower leg. That's not ideal in the situation. But we'll get pitch side now. I'll see you there. And here we are. Now I'm going to apologise. I am recording this on Tuesday night, so if you hear fireworks in the background, or even potentially my washing machine, I do apologise. Obviously, stuff goes on around us that we can't always control, as much as the washing machine is just finishing its cycle. Hopefully that will be out by the end of the video, and hopefully it's not being catched, but fireworks unfortunately probably will be. So we've gone for a fairly strong team today, one that I am beginning to trust. We've gone with McGregor in goal, Tavernier, Goldson, Katic and Barisic in defence. A midfield of McCrory, Aribo and Jack, with Stewart at right wing, Ryan Kent on the left and Alfredo Morelos up top. That Celtic team looks fairly strong, fairly standard as well. Don't see many big signings there. They did spend a bit of money in the summer, but I'm not seeing any names there that would say that looks like a signing. Maybe Bauer, but that really could be something that was already there. So we're going to just get into this game, and we are at home. So what I'm going to do is let's give the fans something to cheer about, and that's a good reaction. I don't need to do anything more than that. So that works for me, and we can get on with this game. Hopefully we can get a result. They've got a free kick. They've taken it quickly. Beat on, just over the bar. Thankfully for us. Excuse my cough just at the wrong time there. Katic picking up a yellow card when he gave away that free kick. Unfortunately for us, that puts him on a bit of a tightrope for the rest of this game. But Barisic with the corner, whipped in, back stick. Katic, it's off the post from Ryan Kent from about 1.5 yards out. Maybe not the easiest angles, but I still expected the net to ripple from there. It's a bit frustrating. Forster launches forward towards Barisic, who will bring this down. He's going to launch it forward, and Morelos is on the run. The defender just got in front of him there. He's cleared away again, only as far as Borna Barisic. He's got Katic there in support, who takes across to Goldson. Switched all the way across now to Tavernier, who's switched it again to Kent, who's in a decent amount of space. He's whipped it in. Morelos off the post. Forster with a good save, and off the post again. Our little Colombian just couldn't find the back of the net there. But a positive first 25 minutes for us there. A couple of big chances. We've now got a free kick with Tavernier from range, just over the bar. It was maybe a bit of a risk to take it from there anyway. Edouard picking up a yellow for Celtic. Balances that yellow card out. Another highlight is Beaton brings it forward, plays it across, Tavernier heads forward, Stewart, Aribo, over the top for Morelos. Defender stripped, and Ryan Kent, he's in. Oh, he's put it wide. I was about to say a great save from Forster, just getting his hand low enough. But instead, he didn't, and it just squirreled wide. Not sure that makes a lot of sense. We've got it's off the post again from Katic. We've hit the woodwork a fair amount of times in this game. But that is a very, very positive first half. We'll go with, let's give the fans something to cheer about again. No, we're not going to bring Al McGregor outfield. That would be a bit daft. And then I'm going to go with a lot more to come from you. I completely believe you've got what it takes. We get some bonuses, but not a lot. They've brought on Tom Rogic for Elianusi, and they've switched formation at halftime by the looks of it. They've matched up with us 4-1-4-1 by the looks of it. McGregor sprays it out to Tavernier, who does well to keep it in there and bursts forward. He's got men in front of him, but he's decided to go for the switch to Kent. Jack over the top. Morelos. Oh, he's been blocked again. Cleared away only as far as Barisic. End of highlight though. I'm actually going to see this highlight before we make this sub. Gillen clears away only as far as Ross McCrory in the middle of the park. Ryan Jack. Back to McCrory. Sprays it out to Tavernier. Whipped in. Morelos. 1-0. Alfredo Morelos with his 6th of the season. Let's have a look fitness-wise, how are we doing? Because that's really where I was going to make this sub about, was fitness. We'll keep it as it is just now for maybe another 5-10 minutes and then make him sub into the midfield, bringing on Arfield or Davis to freshen up some legs. But it was good recycling here. McCrory spraying out to Tavernier, who's got all the space in the world on the right wing here. Picks his pass. Morelos for the first time in behind the defenders with no chance for them to recover and get in front of him. Tucks it home. Forster really didn't have a lot of chance there in all reality. Tavernier's actually tiring, so is Barisic. My only option to bring on there is Aaron Hickey, who is on the bench because he plays both sides, and I kind of want to give him game time. I should have maybe put Flanagan on the bench for this game, but as you can see, he's maybe not quite at the level that we're going to need here. So I think we're going to risk that. We maybe bring off McCrory. No, we're going to bring off a Rebo for Arfield. Just now, keep Arfield in the box-to-box role, freshen up the midfield, and bring on, just as I say, some fresh legs. Kent also tiring. Tavernier he's run his race almost now. He's going to whip this one in. Goldson at the back post, can't get there. James Forrest with a good challenge. Goldson does it again, get there though, but again it was matched and the ball cleared away. Celtic looking to counter-attack and look very strong on the counter-attack here, but Barisic does well, but only as far as Bauer. Jack in, he's gone down Jack there. No free kick, says the referee. Tavernier heads away. Nietzschem. Greg Stewart whips it across. Ryan Kent's in behind. He's got Morelos in the middle. Will he use him? No, he won't. He goes alone. Selfishly from Ryan Kent. Not convinced in that one. He is tired, so we maybe let him off. But again, Tavernier's actually picked up a bit of fitness. I was going to bring him off here, but we'll keep it going as the highlights continue to go actually. McCrory plays it out to Tavernier. He's got Greg Stewart in front of him, but even further in front is Alfredo Morelos. He's offside. He buried it, but he's offside. Going to give a bit of praise here. I do want to bring off Tav, but he's just playing so well right now. That yellow card maybe sealed it for me. So Aaron Hickey is going to come on at right back. Played him on the left off the bench a few times. They've got a highlight now as they come forward. James Forrest inside here, played out wide to somebody. Edouard, it's a goal kick. Aaron Hickey does indeed come on now. We've got another sub to make here. I think we go with... Are you going to let me make it? Yes, we're going to bring on Ojo for Stewart. Just again, fresh legs on the counter is kind of what I'm thinking here. And again, we're going to go with a praise. And hopefully this doesn't go in now that we've done that, because it would just look weird. Beat on. Make the challenge. Nobody makes it. Ken always dispossessed him. And Ken on the break, he's on his own. No, he's not. He's got somebody with him. His shot is on his own though, having committed Forster to him. Hickey. He's got Ojo in front of him. He goes alone as well, frustratingly. Had Morelos in the middle. Ryan Kent down to a 6.0 actually. That's not good enough from young Ryan Kent. Barisic heads it on, and here is Ryan Kent. Oh, maybe that's getting on top of him now. It's in behind Aaron Hickey. I said that I was maybe a bit worried about his experience at this level. But straight at Alan McGregor from Ryan Christie from a very difficult angle. McGregor plays it for Ojo. Across to Kent. Back across to Ojo. He's got Morelos in the middle. Can he find him? No, he plays it back to Hickey, who's lost out to Ryan Christie. And Celtic on the break now. Can Barisic get there? Forrest takes it from range. Skims the top of the bar as it goes over. Hickey whiffed the throw. Camley to Connor Goldson. We're going to play it back to the experienced Alan McGregor, who launches forward. Ayer back to Forster. Wickford. Hickey wins it in the air. Ojo, can he get a turn and run? He can, but Bogdanboli just equal to him. Forrest whips it across, and again we're in behind here. We've played them on. No way that is a penalty. And you know what? I've seen 3 penalties now. That's the first one I've seen scored. No way that was even a penalty, ref. Crossfield ball to Forrest. He's in behind Barisic. Seems to go for goal from a very strange angle. They seem to be happening quite a bit in the beta just now. Forster launches forward. Barisic should be winning that. He doesn't know. Katic though does. And it's in behind for Kent. Can he make himself a hero? A big save from Fraser Forster. Edouard goes beyond Goldson, but a free kick to Celtic. Cynical foul, but maybe one of those ones that will take from Connor Goldson. If we can hold out for just another 30 seconds here now. Bogdanboli, Forrest, straight at McGregor. He was offside anyway, and that should now see out the game. McGregor plays it forward poorly. A Ken Kent sleeping, and Ryan Christie. It's got to be full time now. It is indeed. Katic getting man of the match. Ryan Kent, not good enough. Let's have a look at the match stats here, because I feel like we were dominant. You get 6 clear-cut chances to their nonsense penalty. Half chances equalised. We really should have been winning that game. But, you know, it's still a draw. And we can take that on into the Hibs game. We're only 3 points behind Celtic, so you know, a win there would have been massive. We're 6 behind Hibs though, who we play next. They are unbeaten. I'll see you pitch side for that in just a second. 2 changes from the side that drew against Celtic. Hollander is in because Connor Goldson is injured. He falls to the bench, while Jordan Jones is in for Ryan Kent, who thought that performance was acceptable when I spoke to him about it. And at that point I just went, you know what, you're dropped now. That was your chance. So he is now, he didn't even make the bench. I'd have enough, basically. So we are in. We're going to go with the come on lads, show what you can do, which hasn't really worked for me this season, but you know, we've got to go for something, and we'll go with completely show what it takes. And we're going to kick off in black with Morelos back to Philippe Hollander. He has taken on the left hand side just because he is left footed. I think he's actually our only left-footed centre-back, which is maybe a bit of an issue that we need to address going forward. But I don't see him sticking around that long either, so it's maybe something that we need to worry about. As Hollander launches that one across Stevenson, and in behind goes Canberry. We need to rely on McGregor here, but he's not done it, but the woodwork has. And Tavernier comes away with it. Ross McCrory plays it forward, but end a highlight there. Katic launches that in. Stevenson, the only one who replies to that one. Unfortunately, he is not wearing the right colour shirt for us. Barisic intercepting there. Plays it back to McGregor. Camley under pressure there from Borna Barisic. Played it out to Tavernier. Forward for Greg Stewart. He's going to launch it across to find Jordan Jones. Can he do any better? That's a great save from Maxwell. Very, very action-packed first couple of minutes. Whipped into the back post. Katic. So close. Barisic flicks it in. Jack cleared back to Barisic. McCrory. He's going to spray that out wide to Tavernier. Oh, and Tavernier with the goal that opens the scoring for us. He found space and he comes into the box and he's still got that space. I was waiting on him crossing it again. But as you can see here, there's no chance of that. Jack played it. In fact, it was Passiano who headed that back to Barisic. McCrory on his weak foot finds Tavernier, who's got all the space in the world. Maxwell maybe could have done better, but you know, he just made a big save a couple of minutes beforehand. You can't be asking them to make big saves all the time. They are unbeaten in the league. The benefit that we've got, I think they played Aberdeen in midweek in either the league or the cup. But Doige has just won a header there and put it level at Hibs 1, Rangers 1. Who is on him here? No way. Is that Katic? No, it's Tavernier. It's on him. Definitely Tavernier. Come on, let me click him. No, that's Tavernier. Who's this guy? I still can't click. I can click everyone else in the box apart from whoever's marking Doige here. And I still can't click him. Katic. Wow. Katic is an absolute monster in it. I just want to show you his stats in the air. 18 jump and reach, 17 bravery. Anticipation maybe does a bit much compared to Doige. 14 jump and reach, worse anticipation, worse bravery, less aggression as well from memory. Cat's got quite high aggression. 12 aggression versus Doige's 6. I would just expect Katic to be winning that there every day of the week. That should be his bread and butter. Going to go with get creative here, see if we can fire them up. They're going to play a long cross ball to Darryl Horgan, who's just walked past Tavernier like he's not even there. Got 2 men in the box. Tavernier's challenge not great. Doige. Oh, what am I watching right now? And again, McGregor saves this time. I wasn't going to try and pronounce that guy's name. No, where's his Doige side from? Is he a signing that's in game? Formerly at Bolton. You know, looks so average for a guy that's got 9 goals this season. Barisic in towards Morelos. Jack heads it into Aribo. And again, just Doige playing like he's Lionel Messi. And he's in behind. McGregor with a big save there. We can't go with any sort of change here. Doige literally is playing like he's some sort of Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi love child right now. Despite the fact that he looks like he's came out of the Conference North in his stats. Stevenson into Doige. Bit forward for Horgan. We're going to have to change our tactics here because this is not working. Go for a standard and a higher. See if that works. And again, they're in. Horgan plays that across field again. We just cannot get the ball off them. They're literally playing like some sort of Barcelona right now. Barisic launches forward to Morelos. Maxwell with another big save. Cleared away. Going to go with demand more here. Pause that so that we could get in before half time. Got a few focus, but that's about it. Allen. Stevenson again. Daryl Horgan. Cleared away by Hillander. Halberg. Scott Allen. Straight at Alan McGregor. And he's going to launch it forward. He does find Greg Stewart. He's going to play it across to absolutely nobody. That's intercepted. Aribo just about coming out. And again, Doidge, the man that's winning that there. He is just looking unbelievable, that guy. Morelos. We're in behind though. 2-2. Tavernier with the assist this time. I'm getting so worked up at game against Hibs. And this Doidge guy. Tavernier's launched forward first time. Morelos with a great touchdown. Morelos taking a touch to the right hand side and just placing it calmly around the goalkeeper. Phenomenal from Alfredo Morelos. No idea what happened in that highlight. Just see a wide of the post and sort of the end of that. I think that's what some people are referring to as the instant goal highlight. We're going to go into the dressing room here and we're going to give them the riot, or a little bit off the riot act. Going to go into opposition instructions. And see this Doidge. Excuse me. Play him onto his left foot. So you can go into individual tactics. Katic. More. Mark specific player. Christian Doidge, please. Now, how good is your marking? Should I expect you to do a job of this? Marking 13. Should expect a reasonable job. No other changes other than that riot act. Hopefully, we can get ourselves back into this game. Stevenson launches forward. Canberry beating whoever it was in there. I think it was Jack. Played outside, and the lad whose name I'm not even going to try and pronounce, and himself and Canberry straight at McGregor, thankfully for us. Come on. Anytime today. Oh, it's got to do better than that, but Aribo winning the second ball. McCrory. Barisic. Jones. He's going to launch that across to Greg Stewart, and first time for Morelos. It's an own goal. For the great saves that we have seen Maxwell make in this game. That was an easy one. I don't know if it's maybe gone down as a back pass and that's why he's not. But Greg Stewart's ball in. Morelos actually backed off there. Adam Jackson decided not to take any chances. And Maxwell just then sort of fumbles it past himself. That sort of works out for us. 3-2 up. Not playing well right now though. They've got a direct free kick with Halberg. Oh, it's a decent effort. McGregor with a good save. And straight into a corner with Horgan taken, cleared away. Only as far as Halberg, the man who just took that free kick, across to Adam Jackson, the unlucky man with the own goal. They're starting to tire in midfield as well. But they've got another free kick in another dangerous area, and we've just seen that this lad can hit them. Does again, it's over the top this time. Let's have a look at our tactics, because something tells me we're already on highest tempo possible actually. That kind of screws my plan for upping the tempo and seeing if that helped. because they've definitely got a good press on, which is what's helping them just now. That I'd look in at Daryl Horgan, Scott Allen. The more they tire, the more we're coming into this game, I think. At least I hope. They're bringing on Tom Elliott for Canberra. Going to make a sub ourselves just to freshen things up. I think what we're going to do is bring on Stephen Davis for Ryan Jack. Straight swap there. Playmaker for playmaker. But again, just gives us those extra fresh legs in midfield as they're tiring. But this lad who is absolutely knackered is running rings around whoever that was. I think it was Barisic, so maybe need to bring on Hickey again. Horgan plays it across for Doige. Katic does well. He seems to be doing better here. Second half, we've not seen much of Doige. Greg Stewart flicks that on. Nobody running behind though. Paul Hanlon read it, but Stewart does well to close him down. And it's in behind, and Doige. No offside flag. McGregor stands tall. Was waiting on the offside flag there. Just didn't want to come for us. We are going to bring off Borna Barisic for Aaron Hickey now. I know he had a bad game in the last game, but I've got to trust the kid. You know, I've put faith in him. I have to trust my gut. I have to give him the game time in situations like this where people are tiring. This Adelukin is tiring, who he's going to be against, so hopefully that works in our favour. And what we're going to do now, because this is what you want to see when you're 3-2 down in the 83rd minute, is one Jermaine Defoe coming off the bench. Because that's never easy with quick up front, and Defoe will be lethal with his chances hopefully. That said, he's not scored yet this season, but he's not really had a whole lot of game time for us. Crossfield ball to Newell. Oh, and Tavernier got contracted, and Stevenson on the overlap. Hollander coming across. We've got to get there. Hickey does well. And then Davis responds. Just going to give a concentrate here if I can find it. Hopefully don't get confused like they did last year. Overwhelmed. That, you know, if you said at the start of the season, scraping a 3-2 win against Hibs would have been a good result, I'd have laughed at myself. But right now, the way this season's gone, that is a good result. Christian Doige playing out of his skin in the first half. He had a big chance in the second for his hat-trick. But I think we've done a much better job in the second half. Markham specifically seemed to do the trick. It's just that 4-minute period that, I mean, don't get me wrong, we were very much strong performers. We're a point off the European spots. We're 3 points behind Celtic now, so we're back in the title race. 3 points behind Hibs as well. So that win does put us back in. That's 2 points dropped in the last 4 games or something. So, you know, much, much better form. And that was to a 90th minute penalty. So when do we come back? I think we come back in 3 games time. Aberdeen and Hearts. Logical sense. 2 more big, big games. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. If you're interested, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.